Must be an angel, and I think we all have angels looking after us. We just don't always recognise them. But we're just talking off air. It's also important that we recognise our own achievements where we do help other people, and that's something a lot of people find hard to do, including me. But just stop and think every now and then while you're sitting down having a tea or a coffee or whatever, and just think, well, actually, I'm not a bad person. I help them and I do this, and from that you may even just think of one other thing you could do to make somebody else's life better. And I think if everybody just, a New Year's resolution, do one extra thing to make somebody's life better, and there's 24 million people in Australia, well, that would be 24 million nice things done. Yes. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Would be fantastic. So do you know how PayPal works?
Yes.
You help one, then you have two. Yes. It multiplies.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to know what you've actually done in the community because it's been rippled down the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, and it's really a case of recognising people, what they're doing. But we are interviewing you.
Yes. Okay. So go.
You have had special guests on.
Yes.
You spoke about one of your clients, Mandy, who you helped. She stayed at your wellness centre that you run there. You looked after dietary, exercise, emotional healing, all of that, and she left a completely different woman after 1 week. So happy, and still is, according to the messages that she sends you. She's her whole life has turned around and is so much better because of what you've done. Who was your favourite interview from the medical profession?
There was so many.
Controversial or...
Oh yeah, there was some things I go, really? Does that work?
All right.
Of course, you got to be open to everything. That's the thing in life. We're so closed, so we don't see the potential of that someone can bring something to you. Just got to be open to all possibilities. One of them was, New Zealand. Now I'll get his name, but he was talking about numerology. How do you pronounce
numerology? Exactly as you said it.
Right, and he was saying how he can transcend numerology through working with the planets and the stars and all that stuff into healing. And don't roll your eyes, Michael. Be open to the possibility. It's all about your belief system.
Well, it is, and I must admit, well, you think about it while I waffle on, but I am always impressed with your ability to listen to varying views that you may not have actually agreed to, but you open your mind and your heart to every possibility. I, on the other hand, I'm a little bit more staid and locked into my way of thinking.
But
so
you've changed a lot, though.
Well, I do listen. I think my mannerism is I listen, I don't show, but I listen intently to things that people are saying. And I like to go and research, investigate before I form my opinion. So I don't dismiss them and I don't accept them on the spot. I listen to them. I think about what they've said and I research and read and get cross-references. Then I think, that's right, what they're saying really does work.
But it's interesting that you say that you cross-reference and research it, but also you've got to remember, when you're focused on something, you find that evidence to back up your belief system, regardless.
Well, you tend to see what you want to see.
Always. So whether you acknowledge it of a yes or no, you'll find what you believe in. Right? So that's an interesting concept of how the brain works.
Okay. All right. Well, what you're saying is we need to just open up a little bit. Well, how appropriate. The next song, Open Arms. Let's get into it.
Let's go. Michael, come over and say hello. I'm going to now introduce my wonderful co-host, Michael Holman.
Move over. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kneeling on the floor here.
Yes.
Kneeling on the floor.
This is a wonderful gentleman who's taken me on a journey of
I'm going to get a seat. I can't do that. I'm too old.
Incredible. Too old. He's not too old. Never too old to do wonderful things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my journey on this path of a radio presenter is just going to take me to new destinations, new heights, to amazing places, and this is the man who started it all. He saw me in a band somewhere and saw me walk across the floor and go, something interesting about that woman. And
It was what you were saying.
Yeah, and we started talking.
We started talking and Michelle just impressed me immediately, and we've all done that when you meet somebody and straight away something clicks, and resonated with me. The things that Michelle was saying, but one thing that caught my ear is because she said, I would love to have been able to speak well enough to go on radio once. And I thought, well, I think I can do something about that. And I got her signed up to come here to 3MDR. We did some training.
Yes.
And
6 months.
now, 6 months, yeah, it was, that's about the right time. You got to learn properly. And now Michelle has her own show and is the co-host of the greatest blues show in the world, the Almost Blues Show. Thursday nights, 9 till midnight, where you hear some great blues. I'll let her do that. But the thing that pleases me is the growth I've seen in Michelle, the confidence that Michelle now has in the way she speaks, the way she will say what she thinks to people, not be so compromising and taking a step back all the time, which is a bit of a pattern that Michelle, I think, had had in her life.
Yeah,
but now you're present, you're saying what you think in a beautiful and polite way.
Yeah.
And I take some pride that I had something to do with that little journey along the way. So
the biggest thing is now I like listening to my voice and I like who I am. That was the biggest step in life for me, is to love myself. But once I acknowledge to love myself and get over all the crap, life
I'm going to
just
have to
changed.
go because the music's about to end. But
But
anyway,
thank you, Mum.
hello, and thank you for having me as a guest on
You're
the
welcome.
Pay It Forward show. Hope you're enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Excuse me, exit left.